guys, Devine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always. So guys, today I wanted to talk to you about training your brain, but through perception. And I'm going to go over a few things here that is going to hopefully help you understand why you are the way you are and how you can change who you are through your perceptions. And we're going to get into that right after this. All right, guys, welcome back. So yeah, guys, I really want to get into this, and I'm going to try to keep this short, but perception. What is your perception? We all have perceptions of what we think. You know, you might perceive that this person is not a good person because of the way they look. You might perceive that this is a good job because when you went in for your interview, the people seem cool, right? So you have your perception. But what I really want you to understand is your perception is not your perception. Your perception is something that's been programmed in you since the day you were born. And that's because your parents had a perception, and what they did is they relayed that perception onto you. You know, when I was little, I perceived, you know, according to what my mom and my family was, that, you know what, we're not supposed to be wealthy. We're not supposed to have the best in life. We're not supposed to do this. We're supposed to get a job. We're supposed to live our lives, and we're supposed to die. But where does this perception come from? And it's more today than ever. I want you to stop and think about something. When you're on the internet, if you had just looked at something, what starts to come up all the time? If you're on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or any of these things, you're going to see these little ads all of a sudden pop up. You know, the crazy thing is you can do it on your computer, and then you get on it on your phone, and it knows who you are. See, you're being targeted by people who want you to live a certain type of life right now. If you look at what's happening in the media with Donald Trump right now, you'll see you have one news station, CNN, with their way of perceiving what they want you to believe, and you have Fox, who is giving you another perception of what they want you to believe. The bottom line, guys, is right now the perception that our world is trying to feed us is discord, right? It wants us to be unruly. They want us to fall into this trap of being a certain type of individual. They want us at each other's neck. Why? It's population control. Guys, they've been doing this to us since, you know, before I was born. It was always somebody else's plan for your life. Stop and think about this. When you're 4 or 5 years old, you go to school, and you're a little kid, and you have this adult over you that's telling you what you can do, what you can believe, what you can't believe, when you can go to the bathroom, right? Your whole life has been dictated to you. And if you really want to understand who you are, if you really want to change your perspective on life, you need to change the things that are around you. You need to make sure that you're doing things in a different way. See, our brains, all they are is like mini computers, or actually they're stronger than the most supercomputer that we have, right? But we as humans, I was in a meeting today, and my buddy Larry Goins, he was saying, how tall do trees grow, right? And well, they don't grow to the sky, do they? No, but they grow as tall as they can, right? And what it is when we understand that we can grow, we can become anything we want to be, The main thing that we have to do is we have to change our perception of things. We need to change what we're putting into our brains. We need to change what we're feeding our minds, our bodies, our brain. Because our brain is taking all this information and it's articulating it, and it's determining what you feel. It's determining what you think. And see, the people who are programming you, the news and all these people, they know this. They understand how the mind works. And when you sit there and you watch the news and you're like, oh God, oh my God, oh my God, right? This person's wrong, that person's wrong. I don't give a flip who's wrong or right, because they're not my perception. My perception is you. My perception is being a help to this world, to changing this world one person at a time. And I can only do that if I'm continually feeding my brain with positive things, things that are going to build me up, not break me down. See, when I look at my son, okay, here's a story about my son last night. If you guys watched my video last night, you saw I got a text message in the middle of my video. My son, who is at his mom's house, his mom told him to go to the store, and my son is like, well, I'm not going anywhere in your car, Mom, but I'll take your car, I'll drive to Dad's house, I'll take Dad's brand new Mustang, and I'll go do your chores, and then I'll drop it off, I'll drop Dad's car off, and I'll take your car back here. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, bro, what is wrong with you? Who do you think you are that you must not be seen in your mom's car? What is your perception? I said, you have a millionaire's mentality without a millionaire's ethics or perspective, right? And so he has this sense in his head now, because this is what kids are getting brought into, that they need to put themselves in debt, that they need to position themselves to have the best of everything. And what the world society is doing is they're looking for you to crash. They're looking for you to burn. They don't want you successful. They want you in debt. They want you indebted to them. Because when you're indebted to the world society, you're indebted to everything else in life. You cannot get out of that rut until you change your perspective. You have to train your brain, guys, to understand that certain elements of your life have been pre-programmed by other people. And when you get past that and you understand that there's a God up there that is here to help me, to guide me, to direct me, and if I just lean not onto my own understanding, but I'll start thinking like my Heavenly Father, then I have the ability to not look at the news. I have the ability to not buy into the world's perspective, to position myself to be a difference in this world, to my family, to my kids, to my friends, to everyone else around me. See, there's so many of you out there that have a dream, but because society has been programming you to be a certain way, you're stuck in an endless rut. You're stuck in this position and you don't know how to get out of it. You're hoping and you're praying and you're like, man, I want this, but you're not getting off your butt to make it happen, because the world has programmed you that you need to relax, that you need to get comfortable when you get home, that you don't need to have all the world's pressure on you, that when I get home it's just time to sit down and relax. Guys, it's a bad perception. If you want to be successful, you got to work hard. You have to turn off that news. You have to turn off that internet, the Facebook, the Instagram, all those things that are programming you over and over and over again, because the world already knows what side you're on right now, and they're going to feed you that. They're going to feed you what you want or what they want you to want, because the more they can program you, the more your perception goes, well, wait a second, Donald Trump's right. Well, wait a second, Shift and whatever their names are right. Neither one of them are completely right. You know, they both might have some validity in what they're saying. I don't personally care. You say, well, Ron, that's, you know, it's the United States. You think that they're the ones who are feeding us? Come on, guys. The world system has been feeding us long before that. You need to change your perspective. And when you change your perspective, you'll change your life. You guys have heard me say that over and over and over again. But I'm telling you guys, you got to train your brain. Train your brain to change your perspective. I guarantee you guys, when you do it, it's going to change your life, dude. I mean, it literally will. I mean, can you picture yourself waking up and saying, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. And how much better will you feel when you know that you're the one who's controlling your thoughts? Perception is everything, guys. You cannot let the world feed you their perception no more. Okay? Anyways, guys, I'm going to keep this short. I can go on this subject for a long time because, you know what? Just like you, I was programmed. But I changed it. I changed the perception that I was feeding myself. And when I did that, I was able to change my perspective. And I'm able to change my life. So can you. Anyways, guys, you know what my saying. I'm always here to give you the spirit of increase, because I know if I do that, I'll change your perspective. And if I change your perspective, I know you'll change your life. And we, as individuals, can change this world one person at a time. That's all it takes, guys. Change it one person. Make sure you're sharing this video, guys, because this is an important video. Guys, I cannot tell you enough how much this video needs to get out there and how much people need to hear this message. Anyways, guys, as always, make sure you create yourselves a fabulous day.